Throughout his career, he remained loyal to Vince and his company, although he did consider walking away at one point, but for other reasons.
It was more frustration with what we were currently doing, and just feeling like we were stale and behind the times. We were so kid-driven. You know, that our demographic was what, 9 to 12-year-olds.
Despite these thoughts, Undertaker remained true to the WWE. This was especially important in the late 2000s. Backstage, there was an increasingly competitive, hostile atmosphere. There were many conflicts, and The Undertaker was slowly handing over backstage leadership responsibility to John Cena. CM Punk emerged as a difficult character during this era. His blunt and sometimes disrespectful demeanor wasn't well received. Punk also didn't take direction well. Rumors say The Undertaker reprimanded him in 2009, advising him to improve his attire to better represent WWE as the world champion. However, CM Punk had no interest in following dress codes or the veteran opinion. It is speculated that he lost his title to The Undertaker as a consequence. Punk quickly learned that The Undertaker was a respected leader whose advice was worth heeding. Even the veteran Chris Jericho sought advice from The Undertaker. For WrestleMania 29, Jericho wanted a major match with a captivating storyline at the grandest stage of them all. Instead, boss Vince McMahon booked him in a match against Fandango, which, to add insult to injury, he was expected to lose. Frustrated, Jericho turned to the dead man for guidance on how to persuade Vince to change his mind. Taker imparted a valuable lesson, advising Jericho to simply follow the plan and perform professionally as instructed. Jericho followed his lead and was indeed rewarded for his compliance. The pay for the match was reportedly excellent. The Undertaker relished his role as a respected mentor and leader. He loved his life, stepping into the ring with his friends. For him, his colleagues were far more than just co-workers.
I've been very blessed to have 2 families, my wife and my children, and then my family on the road.
When The Undertaker speaks of 2 families in interviews, it unfortunately also suggests that he neglected one of them.
You've got to be on the road, and you've got to be gone.
To this day, Calloway deeply regrets not spending more time with his children.
I missed out on so much of those early years with them because I was pursuing this dream. It was the hardest, I think, with my oldest son, Gunnar. I think he got the worst end of the deal.
He still reproaches himself for not striking a balance between his 2 families.
I love my children, and hopefully they understand how much I do love them, but I missed out.
The Undertaker cherished time with his kids, but he loved wrestling even more. He loved the life of The Undertaker more than the life of Mark Calloway.
There wasn't anything in the wrestling world that I didn't have the answer for. My personal life was a little bit different. I had more holes in that than a piece of Swiss cheese.
The Undertaker has 5 children from 3 marriages and has been divorced twice. His first marriage to Jody Lynn lasted 10 years. His marriage to Sarah Frank, 7. Calloway then met his current wife, Michelle McCool. Michelle, a fellow wrestler, initially made a conscious effort to avoid The Undertaker and Kane backstage, intimidated by their imposing personas. However, this distance didn't last long. She soon discovered their kind and considerate nature, and Mark fell in love.
I always told guys, you don't date people that you work with, and this is not going to work. I said it for years, and then I broke my own motto.
Michelle shared his passion for wrestling, a love that ran deeper than mere ambition. It was a true calling for her, not a stepping stone to Hollywood. Taker was deeply impressed by her dedication.
Somehow or another, I met I even actually get a little choked up. Wow. She's awesome.